Tonight's a night of season premieres.
Do you know what that means?
An all-new 227 and an all-new Amen. All-new Golden Girls.
Oh, boy.
And brand new Empty Nest.
I am so happy.
The funniest, fastest, feistiest, freshest comedies on television. Tonight.
Give me a quick hot breakfast, the southern way, with a little southern accent on my busy day. Give me grits I love all the way I live. Quaker instant grits.
There's always time for a good hot southern breakfast with smooth, creamy Quaker instant grits.
They're the grits you love all the way you live. Give me Quaker instant grits.
Bye, Daddy.
Almost half the doctors who deliver babies have stopped because of greedy lawyers' lawsuits. Amendment 10's the answer. Vote yes on 10.
Police often come in from a side boulevard. They're trying not to be spotted.
Channel 7's Rick Sanchez. His beat is Nightside.
These are some of the guns that were confiscated.
The news that can't wait till morning.
Let's take a look.
Sanchez gets closer to the people, going inside for the facts.
We arrived posing as buyers. What residents call payback.
Want the real story? Get it. With Rick Sanchez, Nightside, only on South Florida's news station, WSVN 7. Dolphins Raiders, Sunday at 4 on 7.
You can't just go around just being a little vulnerable creature, because vulnerable creatures get eaten in the jungle. Joan Collins is the queen of the Hollywood jungle, and her new book is roaring through the celebrity circles. Our inside story for the second weekend in October 1988.
Hi, everybody. Rob Weller is on vacation today. You're stuck with me. I'm John Tesh.
Glad to have you, John. I'm Lisa Gibbons. Thanks for joining us. Well, Joan Collins has written a fictional kiss and tell book, and when Joan kisses and tells, the question on Hollywood's lips is, am I in it? The publication of Prime Time has created excitement and shudders of nervous speculation. Gene Wolfe takes us inside the covers.
Joan Collins' first novel is a Hollywood event. There's celebration. Speculation about whether she can rival her best-selling sister's performance in the bookstores.
I think that there's room for everybody. I think it's great fun that she's done it. And as soon as she gets back to Dynasty, the better.
And of course, they're guessing about which stars Joan is really writing about.
The question is, are we in this?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I have no idea.
I am egotistical enough to think that I'm in this.
It's fiction and it's a romantic play, which means that there are characters in it that you might recognize, but they are mixed up with things that are a figment of my imagination.
Is her character Emerald really Elizabeth Taylor? Some say the references to beauty, drugs, and alcohol are too close. The handsome gay actor who finds out he has AIDS, could it be anyone but Rock Hudson? And is Chloe, the actress whose marriage is breaking up as she heads for stardom, Joan herself?
In your first book, one of the main characters is always yourself. However much you try not to make it yourself, it always comes out in some way as yourself. The press, the public feel that they have a very clear picture of you. But do they really know you? You cannot let the public know everything about yourself. So I have a certain persona that does cover up the real me, because if you go around like a bleeding heart, then you can get stabbed.
Dynasty viewers know Joan as Alexis, the scheming bitch.
You're a hateful man, Blake.
But Joan's not worried that her sensitive side's been kept private.
You can't just go around just being a little vulnerable creature, because vulnerable creatures get eaten in the jungle.
Joan's rocky love life has been anything but private. More parallels to Chloe in her book, the woman who seems to have everything but is still looking for love.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't have got married 4 times if I didn't, A, believe in marriage, or B, believe that people can live happily ever after. Unfortunately, I suppose that now I feel that that doesn't really work out that way. Chloe always does have that in her mind, but then she's only ever loved one man.
Like Alexis on Dynasty, steamy bedroom scenes play an important part in the lives of the women in prime time.
Oh, I love the way you touch me.
Joan's characters are obsessed with sex.
It seems to me that it's sort of hypocritical of people to say, oh, she's got so much sex in this, and yet it seems to be on everybody's mind.
How is writing fictional sex scenes and letting your fantasies go?
Well, it's not all fantasy after all. I've got a good memory. It was interesting. I mean, it was no different than sitting down describing a garden. But I quite enjoyed writing those love scenes. I think people will quite enjoy reading them.
Joan's not ready to give up acting for writing. She's already thinking about portraying Chloe in a miniseries based on the book. Jean Wolfe, Entertainment This Week.
She began writing Primetime in 1985. She was vacationing with her children. Now, the book has debuted on the bestseller list at number 11.
So the question, how does Primetime play with the stars? And how will Joan Collins fare as an author? We'll take you inside Hollywood now for some answers in today's Hot Quotes.
Joan is terrific, and you know, it's exciting for her to write a book because with her image, it should be like, hold the chairs down.
A couple of the cast has been reading the book, and, you know, they're having a good time. You know, that Joan put something down that paralleled all the stuff that's taking place. So there's a lot of good support from us all.
Oh, it's going to be great, because one thing about Joan is that she's incredibly candid, and she's got a great sense of humor, and I expect it to be extremely entertaining.
I modeled for this cover. Do you see the resemblance? She's tried to look like me for many years, but being that she's so much than me, she might never make it. If Joan sees this, I'm dead.
Coming up next, the call of Hollywood reaches the wild as a real-life animal tracker makes tracks for the big screen and a happy ending.
And ahead, Clint Eastwood and technology combined for Bird with a soundtrack by the late Charlie Parker. How'd they do that?
Does she really? But the color is so natural looking.
That's why he's Miss Clairol.
When hairdressers want to make women beautiful, they reach for the colors of Miss Clairol more often than any other.
Could you make me a blonde like that?
Superb color, time after time. Maybe that's why so many hairdressers trust the colors of Miss Clairol.
Mommy, it's beautiful.
So for beautiful hair, gorgeous color, shouldn't you trust Miss Clairol?
I'm talking turkey. I'm talking brown bag and Louis Rich turkey. Oh, yeah.
From turkeys raised on fresh country water and natural grains come Louis Rich Turkey Cold Cuts. Turkey Cold Cuts up to 98% fat-free and 100% delicious.
Talk about Louis Rich turkey. Turkey Cold Cuts. Turkey worth talking about. Healthy appetite. Louis Rich turkey. The turkey worth talking about.
Glad heavyweight trash bags clean up on Greenwood Avenue.
Don't get
No way. We could do it.
Get glad. Come on, get glad.
The strongest trash bags in America help turn 3079 Greenwood Avenue into Greenwood Park.
Don't get mad. Get glad.
New popcorn cakes. Real popcorn with a brand new crunch. Chico-san. All the fun and flavor of popcorn comes through in the crunch.
Okay, Harv, which is which?
Pillsbury already pie crust tastes so much like your own scratch crust, it's hard to tell the difference. This one.
You're in big trouble, Harv.
Woohoo!
Among the movies opening next week, Madame Suzatska, Shirley MacLaine's tour de force portrayal of an eccentric piano teacher. It's rated PG-13. Woody Allen's latest, Another Woman, starring Mia Farrow, Jenna Rollins, and Gene Hackman. That movie is rated PG. And the horror revenge tale called Pumpkinhead. It's rated R and stars Lance Henriksen and Jeff East.
Also opening The Accused. Now, as you'll see in our exclusive movie preview, this gripping courtroom drama poses some very real questions.
An in the case. She was gang raped on a pinball machine.
The Accused stars Kelly McGillis as Assistant DA Catherine Murphy and Jodie Foster as Sarah Tobias, a woman who's raped in a bar while customers did nothing to stop it.
Mr. Bias, while you were on the pinball machine, did you at any time cry hell or rape?
No, I tried, but they were covering my mouth. They were either kissing me or they had their hands all over my mouth. I kept saying no.
No?
Right, no. No, I said no.
The movie also seeks to address the often used excuse of she was asking for it.
How are you dressed? What's that supposed to mean? It means were you dressed provocatively? Showing a lot of cleavage, see-through blouse? Difference doesn't matter how it was dressed. They tore it off of me.
Sarah seeks justice, and Murphy is the only person willing to help. Together, they bring to trial the bystanders who let it happen.
You want to spend my money to put a bunch of spectators on trial. A trial you'll lose because you owe her. No! You don't get to use this office to pay your debts. No!
I am going to try this case, and you're not going to stop me.
All right, you go try your case. You have a good time. Because win or lose, you're through.
Despite similarities to a real-life rape that happened in New Bedford, Massachusetts, the producers of The Accused deny any connection between the two stories. The movie opens Friday and is rated R.
Now, it was a close race at the box office this week. Die Hard finished 5th, Dead Ringers 4th, A Fish Called Wanda was 3rd, and Heartbreak Hotel came in 2nd. Each film took in slightly more than $2 million. Gorillas in the Mist ran away with 1st, bringing in $3.5 million. Now, Gorillas has also created an unlikely star, a man who, until he attended his first one, didn't know what a movie premiere was.
What's your name?
Sebagari. I am the finest tracker. This man is not good at me.
When director Michael Apted went looking for someone to play the loyal guide to Sigourney Weaver's Diane Fossey in Gorillas in the Mist, he found real-life wild animal tracker John Malouet. And when Apted cast him, Malouet had not only never been in a movie, he'd never seen one.
We don't have anything like movies, and I work on the mountain. We don't have anything like that. This is my first time to see movies or TVs.
Well, I wanted to cast an authentic tracker because I wanted the real thing. I didn't want to import an African actor into Africa.
I've never thought of it because I live on the island and work on the mountain. So how can I become an actor?
Hey! What the hell have you been doing for the last 5 hours?
I've been waiting for you to show me.
But act, he did. And according to his co-star, he did it well.
He was so caring and authentic as a person. And it was also very interesting to watch the whole way he watched us, you know, sort of see what he thought of it.
It was tough, very hard, because this was my first time to be in front of such a big cameras, before many people. And what you are doing, somebody's watching, everybody's watching. Once you do it better, you find everybody laughing and clapping hands.
And the clamor didn't stop there. When John came to Hollywood for the film's premiere, flashbulbs popped. While in Tinseltown, John did some touring, and despite the fact that his job in Kenya is often life-threatening, saw some things that opened his eyes.
Cheeseburger, fries, no onion, shake, 45 to go.
John says the film accurately depicts his line of work, but notes that tracking animals is a cinch compared to making films.
Making this film is more difficult, very, very difficult. It is tiresome because you repeat many other things several times before the director says, okay, this is good.
And in the event you're wondering if John would answer the call should Hollywood ask again, yes, but he won't be giving up his day job anytime soon.
What do you like to do?
Now I'm filming, see, I'm an actor. So I can act the same time. When there's nothing, I go back to tracking.
John is back in Kenya with his family, living on a small farm near Nairobi, and suffering the actor's fate, waiting for the next part.
Good luck to him. Well, for Clint Eastwood, making his latest movie, Bird, jazzman Charlie Parker's life story was labor of love. For the people who made the soundtrack, it was a miracle of electronics. Leonard Maltin has the story.
Bird is the story of Charlie Parker, one of the true legends in jazz history.
a man who single-handedly changed the course of jazz music with his innovative playing. Clint Eastwood has always been a fan of Bird's, and to supervise the music in his screen biography, he turned to another longtime admirer of Parker's, composer Lenny Niehaus.
For the last 30 years, I've been listening to Charlie Parker and trying to play like him, like hundreds of other alto players. So I've always been a fan of Bird's.
Did you ever dream you'd be able to work with his music so intimately?
Never did, but I went through the whole process of transcribing his solos to learn how he played way back then, and I have a closet full of his solos, and I never thought that I would be doing this 30 years later. My musical career went full circle.
This was no ordinary assignment for Niehaus or for leading actor Forrest Whitaker, who'd never played a saxophone in his life, let alone the complex riffs associated with Bird. But under Niehaus's tutelage, the actor worked a minor miracle on screen.
Playing the horn took a lot of work months before in preparation to make it precise, to have the fingering correct. I mean, it was very important. If you ever doubt that I don't play the horn, then you will lose the whole point. You will lose Charlie Parker.
Another key decision had to do with the authenticity of the music itself.
People have asked me, who's playing Charlie Parker? Not the actor that's playing. I said, Charlie Parker's playing Charlie Parker. And they, well, how, what, you know? And we didn't talk about it too much at first. We sort of kept it, we wanted to keep people guessing.
A more common way to do it would have been to try to get a sound alike and start from scratch and build the tracks with modern day recording and have it tracks super clean and nice, but you still wouldn't have the spirit that you would with the real Charlie Parker playing.
But easier said than done. After all, Parker died in 1955. Even his best commercial recordings wouldn't hold up to today's standards of sound in a movie theater. And many of his best tracks were made privately or by amateurs with primitive tape machines. So that's when Lenny Niehaus and recording engineer Bob Fernandez went to work. They actually isolated Parker's playing from the ensemble recordings, souped them up with state-of-the-art technology, and then re-recorded them in 1987 with top jazz musicians providing accompaniment. I asked these two wizards to give me a demonstration.
Now, this is the original recording you got.
Right.
This was done in the early 50s, probably, right?
Early 50s.
What happened next?
Then we isolated Bird's solo. This is the treated track. We call it treated track.
You removed his playing from the background.
Right.
Okay. And then you brought in your own strings.
And I brought in my own strings and rearranged it, and
it sounds like this.
It sounds like this.
It's amazing.
And that's how 30 to 40-year-old recordings are used in the new movie, keeping the actual playing as well as the spirit of Bird alive.
Maybe one of the real results of this will be you'll turn on a whole new flock of people to Bird.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
And with a soundtrack album out in the stores, Charlie Parker might even find himself back on the charts. Leonard Maltin, Entertainment This Week.
The Bird soundtrack album also includes such Charlie Parker classics as Cool Blues, Coco, and Ornithology. And on the liner notes, Parker is credited for playing alto sax.
As he should be.
Yeah, indeed.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Monday on Entertainment Tonight, the showdown of the Collins sisters. Jackie and Joan get candid about their relationship. It's not all peaches and cream, but could it end up in another book?
And next weekend on Entertainment This Week, Jack the Ripper. The legend hits the century mark, and experts are closing in on Jack's identity. We'll release the list of suspects for you.
For those little trips that turn into wild adventures, suddenly there's the new four-door Mitsubishi Montero. V6 power and four-wheel drive help you avoid snarling beasts. Montero offers surprising comfort under the most savage conditions, and it even has more room than Jeep Cherokee. The new four-door V6 Montero, because sometimes It's a jungle out there.
When you're out in town, just cruising around, and you want to get something to eat, we got a quarter-pound burger for under $1. That's a price you just can't beat. Cheap, cheap, wheel into rallies, you don't need a lot of dough. Wheel into rallies, rallies when you're on the go.
Remember when there was only one carpet company around? And they knew it?
Today you've got many choices, and at Mary's Carpet you won't have to settle for anything less than top quality carpets and guaranteed service. Now on sale, DuPont Stainmaster carpets from only $10.95 square yard installed. Mary's Carpet, 2 locations right off the Palmetto in Hialeah and South Miami. And remember, at Mary's, we really know our carpets.
Great news for James Caan fans. He's starring with Mandy Patinkin in a new movie called Alien Nation. Now, it's a science fiction thriller set in the streets of Los Angeles, crowded with 300,000 newcomers from another planet.
Go ahead, I'll cover you.
Did you see this movie?
I saw it a couple of weeks ago with a couple of people, but you can't really be objective. You know, you're looking at it and, you know, you're looking at yourself is really what I'm trying to say. You don't know, you look at the picture and say, it don't look so good over there, that's not so good, you know. That's the truth. So, sometime I'll see the picture.
For Caan, Alien Nation is the most commercial role he's had in years, and it's opposite another fine actor, Mandy Patinkin.
So few of you seem capable of living up to the ideals you set for yourselves.
Yeah, well, don't count on me, George. I never had any ideals.
Is it fair to say, though, that this is your kind of movie?
Anything you say is fair to say. Yeah, it's fair. It was fun. I mean, the idea of Mandy, who's just, you know, he's great. He's just like that character, you know, he's just a great kid. But, so I had a lot of fun with him, calling him, you know, Spuzz, Potato Head, and all of that. But that guy had to go through 3.5 to 4 hours of makeup every day. And I would give him some aesthetic nonsense like, well, I don't think my character should wear makeup because, you know, like he's out in the streets. And the truth of the matter is I could sleep a half hour longer in the morning. That was all I cared about.
Since his Oscar-nominated Sonny Corleone in The Godfather, James Caan has been established as a leading man drawn to strong parts.
In terms of subject matter, you really tend to do movies that have something to say and that are powerful about it.
Well, you know, that's not to say that, you know, like Mad World or whatever. I think if you do a picture that's just sheer entertainment, that's great. I mean, I'm just opposed to trying to do 2 pictures in one, you know, like gratuitous stuff that doesn't belong in the picture. But I'm for a picture that, let's say, like I said, you don't know what you saw in the morning, but you knew that you had a good time the night before. That's okay. So I'm not into like heavy messages or anything like that. I'm into, I like to do things that are good.
Tell me the truth. Have you ever made it with one of us?
There's lots of things I haven't done. That's not real high on my list.
What about it? Do you believe in this alien stuff?
I believe in music. I believe in love.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Don't cry, honey. It'll be okay. Do I believe in it? No, not for a second.
You don't think that there are beings from other planets that visit?
I don't think anybody lives across the street. What do you think about that?
Oh, he's funny. We had a good time. The movie opens across the country this weekend. It's set just a couple of years in the future, 1990.
Now, he's had a rough time of it after his glory days of Godfather.
Took some time off. Definitely we didn't see him on the big screen. A disappointment with what was to have been his comeback film, Gardens of Stone. No secret that James Caan lived the high life for a while there and was in some trouble. But I asked him how he thought of himself now, and during those years when we didn't see him in movies, he was raising a son who's now 13, Scott. And he said he'd just like to be thought of as Mother of the Year.
Oh, we'll give him that one.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Danny Glover's new movie, Bat 21, is set in Vietnam, where the aliens are Americans. Glover plays a pilot, and for him, the choice to do it was easy.
If you tell me, I want you to be, I have 2 roles for you. One is to be a pilot, and one is to be a garbage man. Which one are you going to take?
He took the pilot, be assured, and it seems he's making all the right choices lately, from the color purple to Lethal Weapon. This one is called Bat 21, and he plays a man different than himself.
He's a man that's a dreamer. I mean, he hasn't fulfilled his dreams, you know. One of those to be a fighter pilot.
Which is far from anything Glover wanted to be, especially in the dark light of Vietnam, where this film takes place. He plays a radio pilot who is a trapped American soldier's only line of communication. In his real life, at the time of Vietnam, he walked a different line.
That way. The point in time when Vietnam's situation was occurring, I was protesting against the war.
It's a war zone. Damn it, what do you expect? Relax, Bat-21. We'll get you out in first flight.
And no, his participation in this is not evidence of a change in his personal viewpoint.
We know what happens in a war. They're the people who have no options often. The people in rural areas and city-urban areas, and most of those people are black, who have basically few options, you know, are caught up in that situation, or become the people, the 18-year-olds, the 19-year-olds, the expendables.
For Danny Glover, however, life has been a series of options. Options created, making choices difficult. As a black film actor who works regularly, he sees himself as an exception.
Well, I need to overtime. The exception being that Dick Donner was, and Joel Silver and the people involved with Lethal Weapon says, hey, we want an actor, not a black or white actor, but an actor who we think would pull this off.
How then would he rate Hollywood's efforts at racial equity?
An E for exceptions. Maybe Danny Glover's an exception, maybe Eddie Murphy's an exception, you know, and maybe Bill Cosby's an exception, and a few others, and Whoopi's an exception, you know. Often you cannot give him an A for effort.
Glover's efforts in this film, however, were higher rated. It was a difficult task, says he, mostly because he had no one to relate to.
Most of Gene's scenes were shot before I got up into the plane.
Nonetheless, the chemistry was there, and it will be there with Mel Gibson in the upcoming Lethal Weapon 2, says the ever-frank actor. Why, you ask?
Because we get paid to do it. That's why it's so good.
That is the best reason I can think of, Danny. The opening of Bat 21 is easy to remember. It's October 21.
Well, if leaving the house to take in a movie this weekend isn't exactly your cup of tea, leave the house and rent a new video. Here's the cream of the crop, starting with a decided Latin beat.
It's the event of the year, and I'm going to be the king of salsa.
Salsa is the story of two friends, Rico, a young Latino who lives for salsa dancing, and Ken, a young Anglo whom Rico's known since childhood, and how their relationship is tested when Ken falls in love with Rico's sister, threatening not only their friendship, but also Rico's dream of becoming the king of the salsa.
All the time we've been married, just think about it. You never, ever wanted me when I wanted you. That whole time. Think about it.
Also premiering on video next week is the romantic comedy A New Life, starring Alan Alda and Anne Margaret as a newly separated couple who suddenly finds themselves in the frightening but funny world of blind dates and new relationships.
Why didn't you tell me you were a man?
Please leave me alone. You're dead. You're in Dean's Grange in a box 6 feet under with her. I carried you. It's over. You're gone. So get out of my head.
Da, starring Martin Sheen and Bernard Hughes, is a poignant and humorous drama about family, home, and the consistently inconsistent relationships between parents and children. Set in Ireland, Da focuses on middle-aged Charlie, played by Sheen, and his recently deceased eccentric father, Da, played by Hughes. But it's actually the story of every man's relationship with his father.
Okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me.
Deep emotional relationships have never been a strong point for our guy, Jason. And in Friday the 13th, Part 7, Jason continues to be on the cutting edge of the bloody and gruesome.
There goes the neighborhood.
Well, just in case you dropped out of the Olympics audience because you're tired of watching commercials instead of the Olympics, you're in luck. A 90-minute highlight video will be in stores near you by the end of the month.
You look wonderful. I'm in love with a lean cuisine lady.
Steakhouse, lean cuisine. You have your taste, you have your style.
Ken and I are always amazed that lean cuisine's under 300 calories because it tastes so good.
Stouffer's Lean Cuisine. You have good taste, and it shows. Stouffer's Lean Cuisine.
Well, I was worried about my hair because I participate in a lot of sports. I have to shampoo every day. And a lot of times I'll shampoo 2-3 times a day. And I worried till I used my daughter's Johnson's baby shampoo.
Johnson's cleans hair clean, leaves hair healthy looking, no matter how much you shampoo.
My hair feels clean using Johnson's baby shampoo, and it feels healthy. And those are the important things to me.
The more you shampoo, the more you need Johnson's.
So, hey, I think I'm doing the right thing for my hair.
What are you eating? Classic bread and butter pickles. But they don't taste like bread and butter. I know. Tastes tangy. Yeah. So why do they call them bread and butter